What is up, friends? I am at the supposedly haunted Brown Grand Theater in Concordia, Kansas, and I will be here all night by myself, looking to see if the rumors are true. What I like about this place is not only am I the first one to do it solo, there's not a lot of investigations that have been done here, so looking to see if there's any truth to the rumors or if it's all a big load of crap. All right, it's about 10:30 in the evening. It's still pretty early, so I wouldn't expect much yet, but we're going lights out at the Brown Grand Theater. Can you see those bats? I swear to God, if one of those runs into me later. Okay, so for you guys, it looks like a really bright light. But for me, it is pitch black. That is just an infrared flashlight. Here's what it looks like with it off. I am in upstairs on the second floor in one of the dressing rooms. Is there anyone up here who is getting ready for a show who would like to talk to me? All you have to do is touch one of those boxes I placed there on the dressing table. That'll help me know you're here. You can answer yes or no. Just touch one of the corresponding boxes. Excellent. I believe that's the yes. Thank you. It is the yes. If you don't mind, I'm just going to set this microphone right here. That'll help me hear you a little bit better. Well, there we go. Okay, I've set that microphone there. That'll let me hear you a little bit better. Flashlight is already going dim. So, are you a former cast member that used to work here at the Brown Grand? You can either touch the yes or the no box. Note the yes box is on the left, the no is on the right. Are you still here? Can you help me out? Just touch one of those boxes. Is your name Earl? So it is approximately 11:15 at night, and I am on the second floor landing. Right behind me, you'll see a display case, and there is a little light coming from outside. The gentleman that showed me around here is a tech that works here, and he said one night he was closing up, and him and his buddy went outside and looked up into the window right behind me and saw a green glowing figure. I don't know about all that, but I mean, he sounded like he believed it. I'm not sure what he saw, but he said the display case was there. So whatever was in the window had to be standing through the display case. So I'm going to do a little quick session here and see if we can get anything. Is there anyone around here, anyone up here, former employees, owners, or otherwise, Would like to talk about the history of this place with me? I just have some questions for you, and you can answer them by touching one of those black boxes on the display case. One has a yes in front of it and one has a no in front of it. That'll help me determine your answers. Anyone at all? Look at this creepy ass picture. Stop looking at me. You'd just like to interview with me? Thank you. So, were you a former employee here? Which box was that? That was the no. Would you mind touching the other box for me? Now, okay. The thing I don't understand is, if I've been sitting here for 5 minutes and that box hasn't gone off, what would make it suddenly go off? I mean, there's nothing that's changed. The air has been on and going. Okay, great. I believe that is in front of the no. So, would you mind putting your hand on the yes box for me, please? I mean, you saw that I've been sitting here, but what part of it is going off? The hell did I do with my other flashlight? If that really is you, can you touch any of those other boxes for me, please? Just so I know it's not a stray signal and we can start our interview. And now nothing. I'm going to pause just so I don't have a giant long clip. Right, it is about 11:30. Headed up to the second floor balcony. See if we can talk to some old compatriots. Maybe not. Oh shit. go see. I already had my stuff sitting up, so I didn't have to carry it all up here. What we got going on? So supposedly another group had luck with some strange device I've never seen being used up here. It was some radio frequency thing. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I've got a bunch of devices set up there on the ledge. If there's anyone up here that'd like to speak with me, this used to be your own private booth, I'd love to interview you about the Brown Grand Theater. I keep wanting to call it the Grand Brown because that just sounds like it would make more sense to me, but it's the Brown Grand because their last name was Brown. Supposedly the dude that funded the whole project was named Napoleon Bonaparte Brown and was a friend of Abraham Lincoln. So if you're around and wouldn't mind getting interviewed for a project I'm doing out of Kansas City, you can just touch one of those devices I have sitting there on the rail. That'll help me know that you're here. I'll make a note that the AC is now off. Don't have any background noise. It is dead silent and pitch dark. Now, when you're watching these videos at home, you get a false sense of security. This is what I'm seeing. And whether you believe in this stuff or not, this is creepy as hell. Especially when you're by yourself. You know, even with just one other person here, it's a whole nother ball game. You know, you have somebody to laugh with or, you know, bounce ideas off of or say, nah, that, you know, that's nothing, you know. When it's just you, that's why I like coming by myself, because it actually makes it a bit scary. Nobody wants to talk. Nobody at all. Well, that was probably just the wind. Hearing noises coming from that back balcony. Oops, wrong line. It was probably just the wind. Was that you? Can you knock again for me? So I am sitting in the pitch black. It's about 12:30 at the Brown Grand Theater. Front row, yeah! You know, I don't think I've ever even mentioned the reason why I do this out of my videos so far is growing up as a kid, I would check out every sort of ghost book, paranormal book, UFO book, Bigfoot book, that the library had to offer and just absorb it. I love that kind of stuff as a kid. But as I grew older, into my 20s and 30s, honestly, I got jaded because there wasn't really any evidence after all this time. So I kind of did a 180 and became a complete skeptic. And I was pretty hardcore there for a few years. I was probably a dick to a lot of people about stuff like this, you know. If they mentioned, I was like, it's all bullshit, nothing to it. Because I was pissed off that after all those years, nothing had ever come about. We were no closer at getting to the truth than when I was a kid. As I've gotten older, I've come to realize there's a lot about the world I don't know. In fact, there's a whole hell of a lot about the world I don't know. And I don't know, about a year ago, I don't know, I was watching one of those Nukes Top 5 or Sir Spooks or something, just happened to catch it on YouTube. And that led me down a rabbit hole. Now, mind you, 99% of the shit out there is fake. You know, there's some good fakes, there's a whole lot of bad fakes. But if 1% of them are true, that leaves a lot of stuff, especially the ones who are people, you know, who are just everyday people recording something else and just happen to catch something. Those are the really interesting videos. So I started this with the hopes to see if there's anything to it. If there is truly spirits or paranormal activity, the real stuff is extremely rare. So you're gonna have to go to a lot of places. And maybe just once you'll get lucky and get something good. You know, even the people that work here, they're not seeing stuff every day. You might work here for a year and maybe catch something unusual. So the fact that you don't get anything at all these places you go to doesn't mean there's not anything to it. It doesn't mean there is anything to it. I guess I'll just keep looking until maybe one day I can find something. I'm still looking for more hardcore proof. Bring on the scratches, bring on the bites, bring on, touch me. I want to feel something. I want to know this stuff is real. It is approximately midnight. Oh God, that's bright. So bright. It is approximately midnight. I am up on the catwalk where supposedly Apex Paranormal had action. I have meters on this side, meters on this side. And it is hotter than hell up here because obviously heat rises and this is really far up high, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay up here. Hopefully those bats aren't attracted to the camera light. Is there anyone up here? Any former employees up here? I'd like to interview you about a project I'm doing. You could just touch one of those boxes on the floor to let me know you're around. Earl, are you around? Sorry guys, I don't think I can stay up here for long. Any former employees of the Brown Grand Theater? You just touch one of those boxes on the floor. Let me know you're here. Lots of dust particles. Thank you. Is that you, Earl? Whew. You know, that's creepy as hell when it does that. Am I speaking with Earl? Can you touch the other box right next to it, Earl? I can't stay up here long, man. It's hot. If I didn't mention it, Earl was the son of the guy that bankrolled this place. And they basically had to do with building it. Earl, is that you? Can you touch that again? Or touch the ball right next to it? Okay guys, I gotta go back down. It's way too hot.